Hundreds of thousands of women and girls in Tigray have been subjected to rape, gang rape, and sexual slavery by Ethiopian forces and their allies from Eritrea. According to Amnesty International, the rapes were systematic and done with the deliberate intention of humiliating the women in the Tigrayan identity. We spoke to one survivor of sexual violence. The survivor is just 14 years old. She was an 8th grade student in Amhara, Western Tigray before the start of the conflict. She says one day Eritrean forces came to her home along with the Amhara militia, beat her mother and took her to the woods and gang raped her for 2 days.
While
we were sitting at home, Eritrean troops and Amhara militiamen came barging in. They started abusing and shooting at my mother. After they beat her unconscious, they took me. There were 7 of them. They gang raped me for 2 days. After 2 agonizing days, they finally let me go.
Weeks later, the survivor says she realized she was pregnant. As soon as she found out, she says she went to the hospital to terminate the pregnancy, but doctors said it was too risky because they simply didn't have the medical equipment needed. She says she decided to take the risk anyways.
They told me it was risky because they didn't have the necessary medical equipment to perform the medical procedure. I told them to terminate the pregnancy, even if it means I died during the procedure, because I myself am a child. I simply cannot raise another.
The survivor says that while her physical wounds may have healed, the mental trauma will likely stay with her.
Every time I see men in uniform, I'm terrified. I used to be happy, but now I feel depressed all the time. Sometimes, I don't think my mind is working right.
My daughter used to be cheerful, but now she's quiet. She prefers to be alone. She doesn't like it when people get close to her. She is in so much pain.
Her mother is also still suffering from physical wounds sustained when the soldiers came to their home that fateful night.
I was beaten to unconsciousness. They only left because they thought I was dead. After that, they took my daughter to the wilderness. They raped her for 2 consecutive days and dumped her.
I suffer from backbone fracture. Most of the time, I'm in agonizing pain. Even if I try to live with my pain, my daughter's condition and my wife's health keeps me up all night.
The blockade on aid and medical supplies has affected survivors more than most, as they're not able to access the support and care that is needed. And for many sheltered in IDP camps across Tigray, even food is in short supply.
We are ill. On top of that, we are starving. We are distressed, and the world needs to put an end to our suffering.
Thousands of women and girls across Tigray sexually assaulted by Ethiopian and Eritrean forces share the same fate. Survivors of assault, double victimized by a deliberate and systematic blockade that has denied them access to medical care.